All right, it's another Saturday morning. We're almost there. All right. Yep, I hear it. Hear it coming. Yep. It's almost here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Baseball season is here too. Yep, that's true. Note of that. B-ball season. Yeah. Almost landed the plane here. Got everything in order. We're almost there. Yep. All righty. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the On Point Podcast. I'm your host here, Dr. Joe Blake, and I hope you're having yourself a wonderful morning. And hey, got some great information for you today. I tell you, definitely the stormy seas are here. The economy is upcharging. Take my little hat off here. That's Baltimore, it's baseball season here. I'm a Orioles fan as well as a Ravens fan, but it's how it is, even though I'm here in Arizona. We got some great information for you today. I got my son. I'm going to bring him on board here a little bit. I just wanted to remind everyone of the season that's here. Remind you of what's coming up in next month. We're going to have our Mastermind May. I'll show you that there here. Mastermind May, Finding Your Economic Cause, will be at the Goodyear Rec Center. It's from 10 until 2, 10 until 1. I'll send out some flyers and also out on Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn as well, so you can sign up for that. Great information going to be shared about being in finance and being in the economy there. Want to, because now is the time to get some information about what's happening. You can see what's happening in the economy, but when you look at it, when the market goes down like that, it is on sale. Good way to see it is on sale. So you want to see it like that, feel it like that, because the market always tends to recover and goes back to even further heights. May not feel good right now, but it is good for those that are looking for better things to happen in the future. So let me bring my partner in good faith and good crime there, my son, Joe Blake III here. Son.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
It's going good, son. Let me bring it here. How's your day going so far?
So far, so good. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm not quite sure what the weather is here, but it's all sunshine out here in Georgia.
Okay, good deal. All righty there. So we're going to share today on navigating we'll bring the presentation up here for us. Oh, hold on. There you go. Move the sign here for us. It's navigating stormy seas, the power of economic perseverance. And I take it we do need some perseverance for this market that's out here now, don't you think, son?
Absolutely. It's not looking so great right now.
Well, it all depends on the way you see it, how things are going. And when you look at it, you see how the market is fluctuating. So let's get into what we have to share. All right. So here I'll talk about economic perseverance. We're going to be covering all these topics here as well, but understanding that resilience in economics drives recovery and growth. There's economic cycles. There's long-term goals you have to look at. Investing in your own and education as far as market is concerned. Support local businesses and promoting sustainability practices. So look at some of those things there, son, and share what you see in some of those items there. I got to grab something real quick. Go ahead. Share.
Okay. It's important to always invest in your education, whether that's formal education or informal, whatever piques your interest. You never know when those skill sets might prove to be valuable to you. If not in the immediate future, maybe further down the road. I also think it's important to support your local businesses. Always trying to bring value to the community. It's also, it's good to support those that support you. So if you got a local business person in your area, I'd encourage you to do business with them. And setting long-term goals is also important. Set some goals for yourself. We all should be trying to achieve and do better in life. So the
Yeah,
more goals you set, the better.
yeah, because it's important. These are overall objectives to look at things. So let's take the first. We're going to look at understanding economic challenges, understanding those challenges that are out there. And one thing I always look at the word at the Bible. Well, I call it the basic instructions before leaving Earth. So when if one of the instructions that I found, that this is a different version, but it says there's no things which is temptation, nothing challenge that comes along that is beyond what others have faced, because others have faced the same challenges we have faced. But know that God won't let us down. He'll never push us beyond our limits, and whatever we go through, He'll give us a way to get through it. Even these challenges and not challenging times now, He'll always give us a way to get through it. So no matter what we're facing right now, we may look like doom and gloom right now. He will always give us a way to get through what we're going through. So no matter what's happening, it feels like it's like helpless right now, but we always get through it. Haven't you got through the tough spots in your life before? We got through those tough
Absolutely.
spots,
Mhm.
always. So no need to panic. No need to go, oh my goodness, what's happening? No, he's gonna give us a way out. He'll give us a way through it. So how do we get through it? Look at the landscape. Look at what's happening out there. You have to make sure you have a strategy, which includes having a savings program, diverse investments, continuously have education going on in your life. Listening to us, listen to what we have to share. Uh, have your essentials for your business put in place. Know that there are going to be fluctuations in the market. It's just a part of the game. It's part of the process. The market is going to have ups and downs. And then when you see it down, the market, you look see it right now, is down right now. Like Dow Jones is down what, 2,000 points? All a market downturn is when it's on sale. So it's on sale right now. And now there's a fool in charge right now in charge, but you got to get them in charge sometimes so you can capitalize. Because when it's down like that, it's on sale. So just when it's on sale, what you do when you go when things go on sale, you buy more. That's all. That's what you have to look at it in that sense, because somebody's going to come along and it's going to take the market and go right back up again. It always happens. It's always a way out. When it's down like that, you just got to play the game and take advantage of it when it's cheap, right? What are some things you're looking at now, son? You saying that, oh man, I'm waiting for these prices to go down some more because I'm gonna buy one.
Well, personally, for long as I've been trying to get us a multifamily property. So I'm looking at that, and with the way the markets are going, it's probably not a lot of investors out there actively seeking to purchase. So I'm hoping I can, get in touch with the right person. We work out something that's mutually beneficial.
Yeah. So it's out there. It's coming. You say, okay, I'm gonna hang tight right now because these apartment complexes come out. I'm gonna get me one.
Uh huh.
You gotta be looking for it. So key factors that influence turbulence in the market, global economic the interconnection, like what's happening here in the U.S. now is affecting the global economy. So we're interconnected like that. So now it's affecting the global economy because things are going to change. Things change here. It's changing all over the place. So that opens up the door. It opens up the door for other opportunities available. Now, other countries, if you're a small business, you can get in contact with another company overseas that may help you. This disruption could be an introduction to something else that you can be a part of. So you're looking at that disruption, but it could be an introduction to something for you. It could be a cascade of influence and trade and or economic stability, instability because the stability for yourself overseas. You never know what the door can, how the door can open up for you, being in other parts of the company. It can introduce you to another partner that you can be introduced to. So, it can be disruption for someone else, but like I said, introduction for you. You got to be able to that because that global interconnection that it will be better for you. Inflationary pressure and response. Well, a part of what goes down must go up. Inflation is a part of the process, um, but there's adjustments you can make. Borrowing costs, the cost of borrowing could go up. Prices could come down to kind of compensate for it and everything. But that economic growth and the stability fluctuate because of what's happening, and just suppliers are going to have to adjust, buyers are going to have to adjust, distributors are going to have to adjust. Adjustments will take place accordingly. Like I said, God is not going to, He won't let you falter. He's going to let you. He's not going to let you fail. It's just going to have to happen at its course. No need to panic. No need to push the panic button. There's also technological disruption and the impact, rapid technology. How do you think rapid technology affects the market, son?
This is most definitely affecting the labor market. I mean, there's some skilled positions that are being automated, and
Mm-hmm.
as a result, people are, unfortunately being laid off. And so,
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword where it's making companies more efficient and they're able to put out better products and better services for us. But at the same time, if you leverage the technology, you can also use it for for the benefit yourself personally, your business. Put you in a position where you can do better for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. Now look at the fintech, finance technology, how that influences the market as well. Beforehand, like people would get access to their funds and the money and everything. There was a time where it would take someone a little time before they can make an exchange in the market to buy or sell stocks. Now
Hmm.
it's like instantaneous, man. They can go online and redeem that money and get it the next day. So the dial can make it. They can make it go down that fast. 2,000 points in 2 days. It used to take a little longer than that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tremendous how fast things can happen now. So that economic turbulence can be a storm like that. So, but even though as that occurs, like I said, it still has opportunities that you can take advantage of. You just have to be mindful of it and look for it and see it. So, and then knowing that you won't be tested beyond what you can bear, and always in that time of trouble and turbulence, there's always a way out that God will give you. You'll always get a way out. How are you going to get the way out? Where are you going to get the way out? You'll see it for whatever you're dealing with, and whatever I'm dealing with. You'll see it in your way. Just know you have to look for it, and when you do see it, take advantage of it. The psychological health can decline in situations like that. Sometimes people who see situations like this happen, they get sick because they,
Hmm.
oh my goodness, man, this is kind of terrible. It can hinder you functionally. Your overall life satisfaction can be affected, but you can't. It's in your mind, in your spirit. You have to know that this is, even though bad things may happen, but it's not to you, but it's for you, and it's for your good. Because
Hmm.
when changes happen in your life, that change is for a purpose, and it serves you. And when you know it's for your purpose and it's going to help you in the end, you know it's something that you just have to go through. Um, like when I got out the military, I was like, man, I was like, um, I was changing. I was like, my main thing was when I got out the military, son,
What's that?
how I was going to eat.
You you ain't know what you were gonna eat.
How I was going to eat, man, because I was used to getting
Oh.
food at a whim. when I
Uh-huh.
wanted to. I was like, man, I was like, how am I gonna eat, man? I can go always go to Chow Hall, get a free meal or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That was my main concern. I wouldn't worry,
Understand.
I wasn't worried about rent. I wouldn't worry about anything else. I was concerned about how I was gonna eat.
Hmm.
Of all things, man. And now I've never had to worry about that. But that was my thing. So some things would be so silly, and but God always takes care of it. Always take care of it. So it's things you sometimes don't have no clue about. And he does it. And then another thing that can be a strain on you is family dynamics, the disruption of family. Um, that may be a challenge when the storms hit. How the
Hmm.
family's going to do well, how the family's not going to do well, breakdowns, breakups. Relationships can create unstable situations too when you're facing economic things. Um, uh, I didn't worry too much about you guys when I was getting single because I was like, you know what? I was going to take. I knew you was going to eat, but for me it was a different story. So, but
Okay.
anytime you have financial strain, uh, sometimes things like that come upon you. In times like now, sometimes I get to people.
Hmm.
What do you think, son?
I mean, my perspective on life and business has totally changed after the last few months and the different things I've been trying to do. I see it as an opportunity. There's people,
Mm-hmm.
it's disrupting their way of life, and they have assets, and there's people that still want to do business. There's still
Yeah.
people bankers still need to lend money to to um to entrepreneurs. So if you got a solid business plan and you know enough about your expertise and your whatever you might specialize in, it's an opportunity right now to get in business, maybe do something bigger and better than what you're used to. So that's how I'm starting to look at it now.
Yeah. They
Mm.
still need to do business. They still
Mhm.
need to make money. And ain't nobody going into a corner somewhere and just rolling up. Oh, it's me. No.
Mhm.
People need to invest. People need to buy life insurance. They still need to pay rent. They still need to buy electricity. They still need it.
Yeah.
Things are still needed out there. So there's no need to, roll up into a ball. You still
Right.
need it. It's
Mhm.
opportunity time now. If you don't have your job anymore, do that thing you always thought you wanted to do. Go into business.
Uh-huh.
You're free now. You're free to do what you thought you've always whatever you thought you've always wanted to do. It's time to do it.
Mhm.
Time to do it. All right. So, important of resilience, you got to adapt to change. Have your emotional strength. Have community supports. There are different community supports that are out there. There are recreational centers that are out there. There's different activities at the library and the gyms that are around that you can do for free and get a part of. You can go to the library and read a book any day. You go to the library, sit down, boom, bring over the book and read it. Right?
Right.
They ain't gonna, they ain't gonna put you out of the library. Go do it. Sit down and read a book, something like that for a little while. Do something with yourself. Don't sit
Mhm.
down and just whittle away. Do something. There's social networkings at different community support groups that are around too. Sit down for
Mhm.
free. Get engaged with yourself. There's an article that we came across. It's called "Toward a System Theory, Corporate Sustainability." So there's corporations right now that are going through the ups and downs too. And there's a system of sustainability that those corporations are going to have to face. 'Cause, I mean, corporations and are going through it, and federal governments. Where most times, if you work for the federal government, you are like a shoe in for being on that federal job for life, so to speak. But now we see that federal job is going like that as well. So how do you have sustainability when you're in positions like that? You got to have a system in place for yourself and your business to maintain. So in this article, it talked about developing system-based theory of sustainability. You had to have a complex, yeah, a system that introduces uh, a culture, a sustainable culture, resilience, and performance. So in your life, like a corporation is like a life as well. So what culture do you have in your in that you develop within your life? Of a culture of resilience, a culture of performance. So what culture have you developed? Now I'm saying you have to have one, say now, but think about that. What culture of sustainability have you developed? What culture of resilience have you developed? And what culture of performance have you developed in your life?
Mhm.
So just think on those things. Do you develop a culture of sustainability?
Mhm.
How do you sustain yourself? A culture of resilience. Have you developed a culture of resilience? You don't give up that easy. You don't give up easy. You know,
Mhm.
what
And
com-
also, how do you build up those people around you?
Yeah. How
Yeah,
do you do
build
that?
each other up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you can't do it by yourself all the time.
Right.
Yeah, you got to grab some folks along with you.
Mhm.
They can understand and grow along with you and keep you going. Now, the other side of that is uh, it says there's a theory that integrates general systems and mind sponge. Now, mind sponge, I was like, man, that sounds kind of crazy with mind sponge. But you know what mind sponge? The analogy they give with mind sponge is like a sponge. When you actually squeeze a sponge, you know what a sponge does? You squeeze out all the unnecessary items that are in a sponge. Like when you squeeze the sponge, you get out all the unused the dirty water, all the daggone soap and all the stuff out of it, and you just have to whatever was in the sponge, you get all that stuff out. So you're squeezing out what's in your mind, all the stuff is unnecessary. All the junk that's in that mind of yours, you get all
Mhm.
that stuff out, and you just have all of the main things that are necessary for the sponge to be able to absorb more of the next item that you need. So it combines all that to enhance your understanding of corporate sustainability. So you have a sustainable culture, resilience, and performance that combines it, and it ties into the triple bottom line of an organization. And you know that triple bottom line is
What's that?
it's it's called it's economic, environmental, and there's also the money bottom line. So it's three bottom lines to a corporation now,
Mm.
not just one. Well, it's supposed to be economic, but it's economic, environmental, and social bottom line. Because if like the social bottom line, you know what happens if somebody goes on Facebook and tells everybody your company is trash
I mean, tarnishes your reputation, makes it hard to get customers, keep customers.
in a heartbeat.
Hmm.
What happens if your company says like it's like years ago, if your company causes a major oil spill on the Gulf Coast? Well, it's not golf anymore. Yeah, on the Gulf Coast or any coast, tears up the fishing industry. Oh man, everybody gonna know.
Yeah.
So that triple bottom line is very important in the organization. So, oh, so those are the main things. I mean, those are three of the main things that you have to be mindful of. That triple bottom line and the corporation. So, as it relates to corporate sustainability, you have to be mindful of those three things. So, again, a sustainable culture, resilience, and sustainable performance. So, what do you think about that, son?
I mean, these are important principles and theories to reflect on and understand. Like, how can companies, individuals, um, prepare themselves and sustain themselves in challenging conditions. So, I mean, it's important that have systems in place.
Yeah,
So you're prepared. You're not reacting. You're prepared. So when something happens, you have a plan in place, and that's part of that resilience. Having a strategy of how you're gonna succeed even in troublesome times.
right. Yeah, so true. Okay. All right. I'm going to end some things. I'm going to put you in the background, and then I'll be right with you. Okay. So hang tight.
All right.
All right. So just want to follow up, finish up with letting you know, hey, this the QR code there. You can download the latest book is Financial Legacy. The first book is Financial Literacy. Literacy lasts for a lifetime. Legacy lasts for generations. And so that's what this is. The whole platform of financial literacy is about. On Point Broadcast. As you have my son there, so he's my legacy effort there. So literacy and legacy, and then the third book that's going to come in a year from now, and that's going to be the trilogy that God has given me in writing my books about financial literacy. And my heart is always out to help us all understand how to continue on with the financial efforts for our future and for our families. Also want to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel. Each week we bring in some great information about the financial efforts of our lives and our families and how to make it greater. My son, he's working on this PhD as well. My kids, he's a veteran. My son's a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm proud of my son for being strong like he is. But this QR code attaches to the companion app, the Actionable Money app. And that Actionable Money app has a podcast, the newsletters from our efforts here. You can download that as well and follow us on a more personal level as well. So I want to thank you for listening to what we have to share. I hope you gain some information and knowledge from from the insights that we share. Be here again next week, learn some more information, and always remember to stay tuned, stay informed, and stay on point. We'll see you again next week. Have a great, wonderful weekend. And your host, Dr. Joe Blake.